afternoon. My name is Jeremy Ebie. I'm the founder and CEO of the Phoenix Infrastructure Group. We're a minority-owned infrastructure investor developer based in Washington, D.C., and we focus on primarily public-private partnerships, but infrastructure assets across asset classes, focusing on transportation, transit, social infrastructure, and we do look a little bit as well in the broadband space as well. So, and some social and smart city technology. The DC Streetlights project is a really innovative, dynamic project in which the District of Columbia, in partnership with PIDC, a company that Phoenix Infrastructure is an investor in, is delivering 75,000 LED streetlights to the city, transitioning it from gas-powered lighting, obviously providing significant savings, cost savings, as well as energy savings to the district. In addition to that, it's adding over 200 wireless access points for the project, wireless access points in which folks can engage and citizens can basically tap into the internet potentially. And another important feature, which is really kind of on the maintenance and operations maintenance side, is that there's a remote monitoring system to this project as well, in which every light in the system, the 75,000 lights, is identifiable, will notify whether it's working or not. And in that way, will really provide citizens with a chance to, if their lights are out, to really get really rapid response to those lightings, not only through the system itself, but contractually through the public-private partnership. Well, the district showed a lot of foresight in this project, a lot of intelligent foresight. The procurement actually started back in, I want to say, 2014, 2015, although it concluded in its entirety. We had our financial close in May of 22. The concept behind this project was to deliver a very complicated asset, best quality, best in class, using the best available technology at the time in an efficient manner, both cost-wise and over the long term of this procurement, which runs 15 years. A lot of the risks in delivering the project from that standpoint, both financially as a project delivery side, as well as the maintenance, is all being transferred to a private partner, PIDC, essentially. In order to deliver this project in its best fashion, most efficiently, the district, made the decision to go through a public-private partnership. So, commends to them. There are inherent ESG dynamics to this project, which have been noted through awards that this project's received as Social Infrastructure Project of the Year, Energy Project of the Year in the P3 industry. Inherent to that is definitely one point that's pretty clear, is the transformation from gas-powered lighting to LED lighting. And you're reducing your carbon footprint by 38,000 tons over the life of the project. That's tremendous. That's a clear, sustainable, identifiable point there on the sustainability side. When you talk about social dynamics, that's one that we're really proud of for this project. And it was really highlighted over COVID. That's through the wireless access points in which folks can tap into the internet for jobs, education, healthcare. In this city, like a lot of others, there's a digital divide in which some folks are really able to, if you look at some of the districts in the city, the wealthier ones, they have about a 99% penetration of internet. If you look at other districts, another half of the city, they've got about a 50% penetration. This is a way to really bridge that gap. And again, I commend the District of Columbia, the mayor, council, DDOT, in really identifying that problem and really trying to bridge that gap. Now, additionally, there's some other dynamics you can look forward to potentially down the line over 15 years, in which you can add, just imagine where technology can go towards making everyone's lives better. There are continual points in which this project inherently will have ESG dynamics. And I think that from a standpoint of financing, I can say purely on the financing standpoint, from the bonds that were underwritten for the project, that was a factor. A lot of the bonds for the project had about 160 million in private activity bonds that were part of the project in procuring and delivering it. The financing side, 160 million were PABs. And within that grouping, several tranches were identified as green bonds, essentially because of the sustainability dynamic. Those bonds received very high demand. They were oversubscribed. and really made the financing for this project really a lot easier than it could have been, because they were identified as green bonds, and in reality they were. So that's great. And then on the back end, one other final point on the S side is local and diverse contracting in the district. We have in our project, local companies, diverse companies, companies that are typically disadvantaged participating and that are based in the district participating in this project directly as contractors. And that social dynamic in which you're actually creating jobs through a project in the community in which that project is being delivered is a great ESG point that I think is pretty attractive, and one that I think the industry itself, particularly infrastructure investments, can really speak to when it comes to ESG, that I think in ways that other asset classes may not be able to. We're very lucky to have that dynamic in which we can do well by doing good. I do think it's just replicable. There's a market for it. Obviously, you can imagine all the lights that are being transitioned from gas power to LED right now. Tremendous amount of lights. I mean, it's tremendous. Now the question is, how do they do it? Do they look to doing that through a P3 procurement? I would say that is an attractive option. If you're looking at speed, efficiency, best technology, best maintenance over a 15-year period or 30-year period, if you are a city manager or if you are at city, you would look to a P3 to really get the best in class service on those dynamics. So I think we're doing our scouting up and down the East Coast, all over in major cities and areas where we have density of lights, and we're seeing that there is a market out there. So we will continue to present this opportunity, and obviously within that there's the opportunity for investors to get involved, both at the bond, obviously the bond level, but especially pertinent to this conversation at the equity level. So we anticipate the market's forthcoming.